Alright, Nova Riser here. Team Battle DS versus Neo Genesis. This is going to be a 4v4 normal. Not since the Team War have DS and Neo Genesis actually battled. It's been a while. This is also the first time we've done a normal team battle in a while. So we'll see what happens. Blaze is using Dimensional Robos. And Mikado is using Nova Grapplers. From that starter, it could be anything Nova Grappler. Technically, I mean, literally, I've seen that starter used with almost every Nova Grappler deck, except Blouse, because they have really, really good starters. I've seen it used for Ethics. I've seen it used for Riser. I use it for Riser. I've seen it used for Azura. Okay, this is Risers. He starts with Cannon Riser. And this is Dimensional Robo. So I'm hoping this is I'm hoping that this is Kaiser. This is Kaiser. Well, that was a Kaiser. Anything that's Dimensional Robo should kind of use Kaiser, so that doesn't say much. And now we see what it is this deck is meant to do. If he had gotten that grade 2 on into his hand, he would have wrote it. He would have put, well, actually he should have, if he was going to do that, he should have put his boost, he should have put the grade 3 searcher onto the side. And then there's Energy Charger, so he can Soul Blast 2 and draw a card later, which is part of the reason why the grade 3 searcher is even there. That, as well as the ability to not have to run a whole ton of grade 3s. Because the funny thing is, I noticed risers are actually better if you don't run a lot of grade 3s, which sounds different. Blaze got a crit. And double heal. Really lucky for Mikado. I mean, he technically would have taken 4 damage there, but he healed 2. So in the end, it's like he only took one, so in the end, it's like he only took 1 damage, and the third attack couldn't even happen. And that's Ethics Buster. Is this Ethics Legion? That's so different. You know what? This is what I like when when I start seeing people do really different things. Although I will say that this deck is significantly slowed down from having a break ride strategy implemented into it. As a critical trigger. And the fact that he gave that to Rear tells me he probably has stance. All we've seen so far are crit and heal. He probably has stance if he gave that power to the rear guard, though. Oh no, wait, I forgot Jet Riser can stand it. That's great Kaiser, which shows that this is in fact a Kaiser deck. And instead of trying to give Blaze 4 damage, he goes for that. I mean, I guess. The only reason I could see him wanting to do that would be if he assumes Blaze will ride Kaiser, call almost his entire hand to field, and then great Kaiser to get 3 drive checks. And we're going in. 18k to Vanguard. He can't really afford to guard if he wants to Legion. Technically. But he doesn't want Laurel to go off, and that's kind of more important. It's a no pass, so don't even bother giving anything to Vanguard. Does he know it's a no pass? Okay. He gave it to rear. I think that second one was a crit. Yeah, it was a crit. It was just this Cobalt. If I was Blaze, I would have given everything to Die Kaiser rear, and I would have used Die Tiger to attack the intercept. Oh, he's doing that. It's just that this has less power. Die Kaiser would have been harder to block if he had done it the way that I said, but the same result happened in the end, so it doesn't really matter. No triggers appeared, and as soon as Blaze gets up to 4 damage, he has 2 ways to break ride. And until then, he's prepared to just keep attacking. Yep, stand triggers. Subliminal Gray. You can Soul Blast one and put it at the bottom of your deck to draw a card. So it kind of can swap itself out for another draw. In a way, it's sort of... Holy shit, that is one. Because there are so many grade 3, there are so many units in that don't guard that it's kind of sad. So he's going for the 14k first. No trigger appeared, so he got to take the... He doesn't have 10k to guard it. Either he doesn't or he doesn't want to give it up. This is very disadvantageous to him. Even if he break rise, he doesn't really have rears in the front row. The Legion Mate is not a rear guard, so it won't stand with ethics. That's one way to do it. Okay, so at this point he's worried about... He's trying to build up his hand so he can try to get some attacking force. Keep in mind, though... Considering what's gonna happen... It's only gonna have one crit at this rate, because... The Break Ride skill is gonna stand Street Bouncer. He can't rest Energy Charger unless he calls something in front of it. So that would mean 1, 2, 3... No, wait, that was still before. Okay, that was still before. I was counting incorrectly. He's trying to end the game. Blaze, all you have to do is guard, then no guard the Vanguard. So Mikado is talking about how he technically didn't win the coin toss, but he did it anyway. Blaze, just don't guard. If he criticals, it might end the game. He criticaled. I mean, there was literally nothing else Blaze could do at that point. Let me check something. When it attacks, okay. It's when it attacks. Good game. Really interesting deck, Mikado. And unfortunately, that's 0 to 1. DS is behind. So next up as well.